G'day everyone, welcome back to another Fantasy and Supercoach review video on the channel. I'm going to be going over my teams from round 18. Now first off, this video is coming out a bit late on Monday because from witnessing last night on Twitter, apparently there was something wrong with the fantasy servers and they did not lift lockout until Monday. So usually these Sunday nights, but because of the errors Fantasy had, doing this video on the Mondays. So yeah, took a while, but yeah, ready to review our teams. So starting as always with Fantasy, hopefully all you lot had a good week for yourselves. But yeah, Fantasy for about 2 months now has just been completely and utterly finished, and once again we continue to go down the ranks. It has been a long time since we've even gone up the ranks. Oh, we can't even see any positive light in a shower of shite of a season of Fantasy, unfortunately, from us. So we went down about 700 spots. We've got a 22-15. Another poor captain decision. These have just killed me this year, going with 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Eagles give up a bit of points to defenders, but just couldn't get enough ball. You got, what, 85 points? Yeah, not so great. Trades for this week, so very disappointing that Miller and Rankin went down with their respective outs. Miller with a wrist, Rankin with suspension. We finally brought back Rosie, started him this year. If only he didn't go down injured, he'd be an awesome starting pick for us the whole season. And yeah, we went Dylan Moore. Probably could have went with Jackson, but Moore is still a good quality player. He's going to have 70s, but then he's going to have 120s like he was able to do 2 weeks prior to this game. So yeah, looking through his game, I thought our plays actually went well, but we didn't have any cover for Gawn because we had to make these trades here. We didn't have much cover on the forward line, so we had to take Fraser's 43. Dowling was good cover though. Didn't even put the E on Humphreys. Like, this is how much I am forgetting to do the little things because our season's over in Fantasy. Obviously, I'll be putting the E on Humphreys, but I kept it on Keaton Brown, so that was silly from me. But if I were to take his score, I'd probably sub out maybe Oliver. So I only lost 6 points. It's not actually the end of the world in the end of it, but yeah, still bad from me. And not even putting the E on like Evans, going Showmaker instead. But I tell you what, these rookies have been excellent. Why didn't we have these rookies at the start of the year? That would have been handy. But going through the team, so Nick Daicos, yeah, had a sack of it again on Friday night. Not really impactful though, just the 85. And if you actually look at Daicos this year, like, he's not absolutely killing it. He gets a lot better scores than SuperCoach, but yeah, just these lower hundreds, high 90s. It's nothing to it's no well beater sort of scores. Maybe next year with a fully fit season, he can really get going and put up high numbers. But he's still been excellent this year. But yeah, I thought he'd be averaging a lot more in Fantasy. Sheasel got the 78, and probably one of his worst games of his career. Just a quiet day at the office from him. Couldn't really get the ball much. Wasn't able to make a huge impact with it. And yeah, just a quiet afternoon. Still a young player, still a quality youngster, so he'll bounce back. Nick Martin was huge. He was floated forward in the second half. It was a disappointing outing from the Bombers though, but it was a bit of a shining light. I think he hit 2 goals in that last quarter. So yeah, massive score. I think that's season high, 143. No, yeah, that's right. He got 145 when he got 44 touches and was an absolute seagull. But that's, I think, a positive for the Bombers. He's got to play up the ground. He's so much more impactful forward to centre instead of sitting behind the play in my eyes. And I think a lot of Bombers fans agree. Hayden Young just with the 81. Still being consistent this year. Now, this guy's been awesome. We brought him in against the Lions, Trent Rivers. He got a 60, but I was still saying I thought he played quite well. And look at this, back-to-back 120-plus scores. He's been best on ground, I'd say, in both games. And this is why I got him in, because I just think in the midfield it's really allowed him that freedom to cover the ground a lot better, to push up. He's got a really good work rate and a great ticker, which I always like. He's pretty good at ground level too, and I just like watching him as a player. So yeah, he's been a nice revelation of a trade-in. 𝐓𝐻𝐿 was rested the last 12 minutes of the game, just loading minutes, which is fair enough on that foot. Yeah, they were getting belted anyway, so it definitely made sense. But yeah, that probably should have been a 110. Was leading their disposals at halftime. Got a lot of it from kick-ins. No Fisher helps. Stupidly did not 𝐷𝐶 𝐿𝐿. Probably should have done it. Yeah, he went massive, over 40 touches. Yeah, just the 𝐿𝐿. We all know and love. Work rate was great. And yeah, just a ball magnet. Dawson with the 114, so definitely happy with that. Yeah, he's just very good at the Adelaide Oval. Interstate, he can be a little bit, oh, geez, what's going to happen here? He could definitely churn out a 60, or you just never know. It's so unpredictable. But usually at home, Dawson does get it done. Zach Merritt, Yes, since I've brought him in, he's been okay. I mean, no midfielders have really been that huge scorers this year. I guess Dunkley's in a hot streak of form, but yeah, Merritt a bit of a quieter one. Again, half to half time, just couldn't make much of an impact. He was well negated, to be fair, by Neil Bullen. And Sarong, bloody hell, look at this. I was having a look at this before recording. 5-round average of 87. Oh, dearie me. This is why you don't chase these plays sometimes, because they can churn out 80s for you. He's been not a really good trade in upon reflection. Just couldn't get much of it. I don't know. He's just finishing games off really poorly as of late. You had to see it. Jack Steele with a 105. We've still got him because our team is quite bad. So, yeah, we start him. He's averaged 103 for the year. So, I guess that's pushing for a top 8 mid spot. Rosie, who brought in this week, so happy with the ton. Tom Green, look at this now. 110 last 5 average. Beautiful. We brought him in after the bye. His first 2 scores post-bye weren't great, but now he's getting a stack of it. And yeah, he was missing hand passes and missing kicks left, right and centre, but no, he's still a very good accumulator and a perfect fantasy player, so he's in a really good form. Clayton Oliver got a 99. Yes, our team is that bad. We still have Oliver. He gets 21 week, and the next week he gets 99. And he started this game off so poorly, and then he was able to really get into it, so credit to him. Didn't even loop Humphreys, but what a find he's been for the Cats. And to be fair, the Cats played a very high mark game, very high, uncontested game against the Pies. So won't see that too much all week, every single week. But I mean, he's been awesome. 83, like his scores have been very promising. 69, 77, 105. Just really composed user. He just fits in like a glove in that Cats defence. And yeah, we took Kruger's score, so I think we need to look at a ruckman this week. I don't think he'll be back this week, but I think we're just going to have to punt him. And post-bye, Gorn hasn't been absolutely that great. Tim English got a 111. That sort of helps when they're playing 𝐓𝐡𝐞 and also Pitnet. So, yeah, he was able to do his normal stuff, Tim. Get the marks around the ground, etc. Sam Flanders got the 95. I thought he was quite good against Port Adelaide. His ball use was a lot better. He's known to hack it a little bit, but he just looks so much more dynamic as a midfielder. His ball-winning ability is class. We took the captaincy on 𝐸𝐸 just because thought big ground of Optus, he can really get going. But to be fair, maybe he's a lot better at like the more compact grounds of the Gabba, because he's able to, cover the ground a little bit easier with that old and small body and demand the footy more. So yeah, that's possibly a bit of a lesson learnt. But yeah, just an 85. Captain scores have not been great this year. And Fraser just with the 43. Could he be on the out? I don't know. The Dogs played very well on the weekend. Jai Caldwell, been unbelievable. One of my better trade-ins this year. Traded him right after his bye, and he has gone 120s. Look at that. That is crazy. Hopefully Darcy Parish doesn't come back in, because he's been pretty, really good on winning the ball. Brought in more this week, but we're just going to have to cop the 70s with a player like Dylan Moore, given he plays mostly on the half-forward line. But yeah, just the 18 touches. Got a goal. But yeah, still been awesome and very, very good for the Hawks this year. And Billy Dowling, saw he kicked the goal late when watching a bit of that Crows and Saints game. And I think that's a lot better for the Crows situation, playing more of the kids. You're seeing also Zach Taylor and that 𝐓𝐿 𝐕𝐿 bloke make his debut. And now Billy Dowling getting a consistent run of games. It's a good sight to see. For the Crows, positive light. And then, Fisher was not even in the 22 this week. I thought he was going to be another week of possibly him injured, but he played in the VFL, and obviously he's a Swans fan, watched the game because they versed us, and I thought he was quite good, so surely he comes back in given the Kangas were smashed, and Isaac Heaney was suspended, so he'll come back in this week. Okay, so trades for round now at 19. We are going to be doing the following. We need a ruckman. Look, Gorn could be back this week. So if he's back, we'll obviously keep him. But if not, we're going to have to be ruthless and just move him on. I was having a look at 𝐤𝐺𝐵. I love watching him this year. I don't own him in either format. Let's just bring him in. And I was having actually a look. Look at this run home. So he's got the Blues that give up quite an amount of points, especially if they play Pitnet 𝐸𝐿𝐞. And to be fair, when 𝐸𝐿𝐞 solos, he still does give up quite a bit of points because, he doesn't really get a whole heap of hit-outs. The Cats, we all know, give up a lot of points. The Tigers, bit of a tough one against 𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐴𝐵𝐿. The Eagles give up quite a bit of points. English, the Dogs can as well. And then, a bit of a tough one against the Hawks. So, still though, a lot of easy or green matchups for Cherry. We'll go with him for our ruck spot for the remainder of the year. And 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐴, how about this, man? Been awesome in the midfield. Probably one of the best on ground against us the previous week. And then kicked that nuts goal from the boundary. How about that? And still got a 93. So, yeah, a bit of a mid-pricer. He's breaking out, I think, at the moment. Getting a lot of CBAs for the first time in his career. We'll trade out Kruger. We're going to have to pay up for him. But now 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐴 will be an F7 for us. So we can loop him with Dylan Moore and Zach Fisher. I saw that the Saints play the first game out of the North and Hawks games and the Saints games. Brown can be our loop because the Ds don't play till Sunday. So we can loop 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐴. If he goes 80 plus, then yeah, we'll probably take it. I mean, Fisher might not even be back in this week. So yeah, I think 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐴 you've got to take a punt on though. He's been looking really good in the midfield. And this means we'll have to keep Oliver. So hopefully he can push out one more 100 from us. Then we'll probably look to move him on. So yeah, that's what it's looking like for the fantasy side of things. Let's now take a look at SuperCoach. Okay, across now to the SuperCoach review for round 18. If you do follow my Twitter, you can check it down below in the description. You would have known that we unfortunately copped a lot of carnage last week. With only 2 trades remaining, we had 5 outs of McGovern, 𝐓𝐴𝐴, 𝐬𝐴𝐴, Rankine and Gawn. And only 2 trades left, and we don't have much cover as well. So we were pretty much screwed. We had to use our final 2 trades of the season, and we only fielded 21 this week, courtesy of 𝐬𝐴𝐴, unfortunately, getting suspended for a week. So we're always going to have a down weeks, 22.04, and yeah, now the top 150. So yeah, I think that's our season over. But it's our first really full year of SuperCoach, or first year of SuperCoach, giving it a genuine crack. And I thought we went okay. We did waste a number of trades on a lot of poor decisions though. But hey, you live and you learn. So yeah, that's probably us done. Let's hope we can still stay in the top 500. And look, we'll get back in 𝐬𝐴𝐴 this week, and hopefully McGovern can come back too. But anyways, our trades were the following. We had to get rid of 𝐓𝐴𝐴 with the wrists, and we had to get rid of Rankine with the 4-week suspension. We brought in Luke Jackson, and I thought, why not? Let's go with a bit of a pod of Will Day. He's been killing it for the Hawks. I went with him because, yeah, I just love watching him play, and he's just a very good SuperCoach player. Look at this run since he's come back in. And, yeah, of course, I bring him back in, and he gives us a 92. Can you even see that? No, I don't think you can. No, wait, I think you just can. Yeah, 92 there. So I'm looking on my recording program. But yeah, it looked like he had a very good last quarter. I was obviously watching the Swans game, so I didn't see much of it. But he leads the midfield lines, Will Day. So on their push to finals and with scaling, hopefully he can go like 110 plus. But yeah, I just thought we'd go with a bit of a pod, bit of a fun pick. Given that, why not? Season's really done anyway with 0 trades. But anyways, going through the line. So yeah, having a look at this, we captained Butters. And given he was our highest scorer from the round, I can't complain. It was the perfect captain's choice for us looking at our team. We VC'd Merritt, but yeah, just well negated by Neil Bull and completely forgot about that. Yeah, as we said in the fantasy segment, 𝐿𝐴𝐴 was very quiet. Just couldn't get his hands on it. And yeah, he was floated behind the ball late in the game too. Nick Dacos' efficiency hurt him a little bit. And yeah, just his kicking let him down. Just not much impact for the ball, even though he had a lot of it. Luke Ryan just been scoring around these flat 100s as of late. So we brought him in early in the season. He's still doing the job. Jordan Clark, good score. Still wish we went bloody Whitfield. Oh, dearie me. Like, what did Whitfield go this week? We could have gotten this guy for like 90k cheaper. And we went, yeah, 113. 5 round average of 115. 5 round average of 100. Like, sliding doors moments for you, eh? We would have saved a lot of money on that. And we could have... This could have been like a Lachie Neale, so yeah, damn, should have went with him. But yeah, no, Clark's still been okay, I guess, but just still thinking about that Whitfield trade. Bloody hell, should have went with him. Dan Houston was on like 80 at halftime, then finished on 114, but he got a stack of it. His kicking let him down late in the game, but still though, he's a quality player, and I think he was one of Port Adelaide's best on the weekend. 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐿 got the 79, but this could have easily been a ton if he were to play the remainder of the final quarter, but fair enough, he got rested, low in the minutes on that foot. Bontempelli with the 108, so yeah, just chipping away, getting tons week in, week out. No massive scores, which can hurt you because he's always a popular VC and captaincy choice. Yeah, Botto's got the 120 just because of that Gold Coast midfield with no 𝐼𝐴𝐴 and no 𝐬𝐻𝐻. I thought he'd really own it, and yeah, I thought he was I thought quite good. His second quarter was massive. He was able to get his hands on it quite well. And yeah, you just got to love this guy's work rate. He just always gets in there, always gets stuck in. And yeah, Merritt was disappointing though, just the 82. And yeah, efficiency let him down a bit. Sam Walsh just with the 95. So Yeah, not the end of the world, but yeah, still it's still alright, I guess. Still, just a lot of his kicking still does let him down a little bit. A few turnovers here and there with his kicks, so still wish he would neaten up on that. But yeah, pretty popular player, Walsh, and still an average of 110, so not the end of the world. Will Day, yeah, with the 92, was on about 60 points at three-quarter time, but yeah, had a good final quarter by the looks of it. Wasn't watching much of this, obviously, because of the Swans game, but yeah, still went with him because I feel like, leading that midfield, Hawks push to finals. Hopefully he can have some massive games. Tom Green, what on earth was happening with him? Just hand passes, straight to Richmond plays, even uncontested hand passes straight to Richmond plays I was looking at, and just hat kicks forward. A lot of clangers, so that let him down a bit, but this could have been a 130 plus. So, yeah, not ideal, but it's just going to have to ride the good and bad with Tom Green. At least he's in good form in terms of finding a footy, so if he can just neaten it up, he'd be averaging a lot more. Strong's been underwhelming, and I saw Steele went well, so I probably just should have kept Jack Steele. Yeah, Sarong's just not been able to get his hands on it as much as he was able to earlier in the year. So hoping he can find a bit of a hot streak of form. And yeah, Dawson back at the Adelaide Oval. You can always back he will have a good game. And 105 plus will take from a player that is highly unpredictable. Brodie Grundy with a 121. Thought he battled very well on the weekend against Jerry. His ground level game was great. He also kicked his second goal of the year, so we'd love to see it. And as for Luke Jackson, it was a no-brainer this week, especially seeing the team sheets on Thursday night with no Shaun Dux. So it was always going to go well. But apparently I was reading that Meek absolutely destroyed him. And to be fair, you could see it with the head out. So yeah, they obviously need Shaun Dux back for structure. And he's also able to win clearance and is very good in the scramble and heading it down to teammates. So yeah, Jackson obviously needs a bit of support. But yeah, that doesn't really help much with SuperCoach. But we need a ruck cover anyway with Gawn out. Forward line, Flanders continues his ton run. Caldwell had a few clangers here and there, but just still gets a lot of his stuff as late contested, so that's helping his score. So we'll go with the 93. Dylan Moore, just the 71. As we said, you're going to have to ride the bumps with Dylan Moore. He was a forced trade-in with Zach Fisher going out, and that actually worked, to be fair, because Fisher was out again for another week, and we got a ton from Moore the previous week as well. So I'd say that's a successful trade, but yeah, just going to have to ride these 70s, I think, with a player like Moore, given his role. This was pretty fortunate. Billy Dowling as our F5 this week, and our donor as our F6 this week. He got a ton. Yeah, I was just seeing some of his game. I think the rain definitely helped him because he was getting in and under, and he's able to win a bit of ball. And yeah, he looks like a good quality young player, and he's able to kick that goal late too to get the ton. So happy with that, and we're probably going to have to field him for another week if Gawn is out again, but Heaney will return, so we can actually field 22. And yeah, he'll be surely back this week, and Livingston back to the bench. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the SuperCoach review. Yeah, I think we're going to be finishing this season quite poorly. Not only Neil or Dunkley is just going to absolutely kill us, they're just waxing off each other so well. We've got the Lions actually this week. I'm talking about it from a Swans point of view, kind of see how we go. So hopefully we can negate them well, but yeah, not picking one of them is hurt. Not going with Whitfield and going Clark instead is hurt. Yeah, a lot of learnings. I think I was actually having a look back on my trades and I went like Jack Billings and stuff like that. You just got to back in some of these players and not go with these mid prices. And I saw Dan Brosey got injured on the weekend, but still he's been in unbelievable form too. Yeah, a lot of sliding door moments missed, but for the most part, I think we've nailed quite a bit. And our captain choices, I think, have been good this year too. But yeah, Heaney will come back, and McGovern might come back this week, so McCutcheon can go back to the 23rd. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the round 18 review. We'll have a quick look at the leagues. Back to second in my league, unfortunately. Who is leading it? Let's have a look. It is Mitch. Love to see it. Let's have a look at his scores. He got a 24-23, 292 overall, so hopefully he can push to the top 100. Ridley and Martin are huge for them. If you still own Martin, you'd be laughing. Lachie Neale, captain choice, a pretty obvious one. Geez, not owning him is absolutely killing me at the moment. Davies Uni, I thought was a bright, shining light for North Melbourne. He was pretty good in and under. He was able to break free, as he's always very good at doing. Nankervis, I'm assuming he brought him in this week with the absence of Gawn. Dowling, good cover. Curnow, I think he kicked like 3-6 or something, wasn't it? So he could have had a massive score, but he left that out on the table. But yeah, pretty good midfielder scores. Yeah, like Neil, LDU, good players to own. Unfortunately, we don't have those at my team. So 24-23, very nice. Who was a high score for the round? 24-38, so similar to Mitch, we got remembered to wipe from Jake's side. Again, Captain Neil, Whitfield, been awesome. Houston good, Martin good, Dawson, LDU as well. Yeah, if you Captain Neil, you're on for a very good week. Pretty much simple as that. Myers, bit of a pod. He was good with the 109. Oh, just a quality player to watch when he's up and about for sure. Grind Myers. Hugo Garcia still got. He took McNeil's score. Okay, so we'll probably need to find a way to bring it forward potentially. He's in the midfield, that is right, so he'll get him back this week. So not the worst cover, I guess, with McNeil with the 65, but yeah, there is a remembered 2-wipe score, 24-38, well done to him. And now having a look at my roles, Macca fantasy leagues, and poor Malum's mum's hot. This guy was fighting for a top 100 spot, and he's 763, 2084. Oh, what an awful week from himself. Even I bloody scored better than him outside the top 20k. At least if 𝐸𝐶 got him, but what really let him down this week? Yeah, yikes. Sinclair, Paul, Ryan, always going to be a trapper. I could just say it, especially with fantasy, because he had a lot of junk stuff and now he's not getting it. So he's been, leaking a lot of cash and not scoring well. English, oh dear, he didn't even, oh no. He forgot to eat English. Terrible stuff. Sorry to see that, 𝐸𝐴𝐻. Mana he took. Adams was, pretty quiet, but to be fair, I thought Adams' game was still very good in and under. Just, not really the accumulator this year for us. Darcy Jones with the 50. Didn't take Dowling. Yeah, a lot of poor decision unfortunately, there from Malum's mum's hot. So, hoping he can bounce back, but I think that's his hat chase, unfortunately, over. So, yeah, that's pretty much it from me, everybody. Hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know what you're going to be doing for trades this week. Always happy to answer some questions down below as well. And 7 rounds to go. Hopefully all you lot can make 6 rounds to go. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, hopefully all you lot can make a push to your desired finishes and places. So, yeah, that's it from me, everybody. Hopefully you did enjoy. And until next time, I will talk to you later. See you later, fellas.